September 11th, 2001. A date that will forever be remembered in the annals of history. A day etched in history, marked by unprecedented tragedy and loss. Terrorists attacked the United States, forever changing the course of the nation and the world. 4 coordinated attacks, planned meticulously, shook the world to its core, leaving an indelible mark on our collective memory. This act of barbarism targeted symbols of American power and prosperity, aiming to instill fear and chaos. The attack sent shockwaves across the globe, uniting nations in grief and resolve. Fear and disbelief gripped people everywhere as they struggled to comprehend the magnitude of the events. It was a stark reminder of the vulnerability of even the most powerful nation to the reach of hatred and extremism, prompting a global reassessment of security. The world watched in horror as the events of that day unfolded, forever altering the course of history and our understanding of global security. The attacks were orchestrated by Osama bin Laden and his Al-Qaeda network. Bin Laden, a Saudi Arabian-born militant, had declared war against the United States. He denounced American foreign policy in the Middle East. Al-Qaeda, meaning the base, was a global terrorist network. It operated training camps in Afghanistan under the protection of the Taliban regime. The group attracted recruits motivated by a radical interpretation of Islam. They sought to punish the United States for its perceived injustices. On the morning of September 11th, 2001, a day that would forever change the course of history, 19 Al-Qaeda terrorists executed a coordinated plan to hijack 4 commercial airplanes. Armed with box cutters and knives, they overpowered the flight crews, taking control of the planes with ruthless precision. Their targets were carefully chosen symbols of American economic, military, and political power. At 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City. The impact, which occurred between the 93rd and 99th floors, sent shockwaves through the city, causing immediate chaos and confusion. Just 17 minutes later, at 9:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175 struck the South Tower, hitting between the 77th and 85th floors. The world watched in horror and disbelief as both towers burned, a scene of unimaginable devastation and tragedy that would be etched into the collective memory of humanity forever. The attacks resulted in unimaginable devastation and loss of life, shaking the very foundation of global security. Nearly 3,000 people from over 90 countries perished, leaving behind a world forever changed. The collapse of the Twin Towers and the damage to the Pentagon left a scar on the American psyche, a wound that would take years to heal. The immediate aftermath saw a surge of patriotism and unity in the United States as citizens came together to support one another. First responders worked tirelessly to rescue survivors and recover the fallen, showcasing incredible bravery and resilience. The nation mourned its losses and grappled with the enormity of the tragedy, holding countless memorials and vigils. The world stood in solidarity with the United States, offering support and condolences from every corner of the globe. The 9/11 attacks had far-reaching global consequences. The United States, under the Bush administration, launched the War on Terror. It invaded Afghanistan, toppling the Taliban regime that had harbored Al-Qaeda. The attacks also led to significant changes in security measures worldwide. Airports heightened security protocols with increased screenings and passenger checks. Governments strengthened intelligence gathering and sharing to prevent future attacks. The attacks highlighted the interconnectedness of the world in the face of global terrorism. The world after 9/11 was irrevocably changed. The attacks ushered in an era of heightened security measures and a global focus on counter-terrorism. The United States, once considered invulnerable, had been struck at its heart. The legacy of 9/11 continues to shape global politics, security policies, and international relations. The attacks serve as a stark reminder of the human cost of hatred and extremism. The world remembers the victims, honors their memory, and strives for a future free from terror.